Generalul american Ben Hodges afirmă într-un interviu exclusiv pentru Antena 3 CNN că eventuala ocupație către Rusia ar permite invadatorilor Moscovei să controleze prin forță gurile Dunării, unde România și NATO au frontieră. Interviul a fost acordat la Black Sea and Balkan Security Forum, organizat de New Strategy Center, unde Antena 3 CNN a fost partener media. Brief but tough question. What will happen if the Russians take Odesa and then they will come down to the Danube Delta to the NATO and Romanian border?
Okay, so first, if that happens, if Russia somehow were able to capture Odessa, it will mean that the United States, Germany, the rest of the allies completely failed to help Ukraine. So this would be a failure by us. It shouldn't happen. Ukraine should be able to defeat Russia in Ukraine. But the scenario described could happen if we in the West fail to help Ukraine. But for the purpose of the answering the question, and also to think about worst case scenarios, we should answer that. If Russia captures Odessa, that means they will then control the entire Black Sea coast, basically from the mouth of the Danube all the way to Poti in Georgia, the entire Black Sea, which obviously is what they want. So that's a major problem for freedom of navigation, for disruption of grain, disruption of energy, all the other, and there's no way for Ukraine to export anything by sea. And so, of course, no investors, even if there was a peace agreement after that, no investors are going to help Ukraine. So this will be a continuing problem with refugees and economic problems in Ukraine. But from a military standpoint, if they capture Odessa, then they will be in a position where they could completely dominate the Danube, dominate the mouth of the Danube River, either with naval forces or long-range rockets, and eventually land forces. So now you're talking about a situation, of course, where Moldova is severely threatened, and we're very close to a situation where you've got Russia versus a NATO country. So we're in this situation because we all, the United States and Germany especially, acted so without any confidence because we were worried about provoking Russia and ending up in a conflict between NATO and Russia. And that's what's going to happen because we tried to avoid it instead of acting with confidence and standing up to these threats from the Kremlin. So this is not inevitable, but it's completely avoidable.
General Hodges, we have 8 battle groups on the eastern flank, from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea, with more than 40,000 NATO troops. Are these battle groups enough? Are these troops enough in order to deter and defend the eastern flank and NATO territory in front of this Russian threat?
You got very good here in Romania. We have a lot of great Romanian Air Force. You have NATO's Black Sea Air Policing Mission. The U.S. Air Force flies out of Câmpia Turci. So there's a lot of other capability in addition to those land forces. And then, of course, you've got the naval power of Romania, Bulgaria, and Turkey. So I would always think about those capabilities. Now, is it enough? It's not enough yet to protect against Russian missile strikes. I mean, if you assume, we should assume that what they've done in Ukraine, they will do against us here in Romania, for example, in terms of attacking transportation infrastructure, airports, seaport, rail networks, power generation, as well as civilian targets. So I don't think we have enough air and missile defense to deter that. And for sure, we do not have enough ammunition of all the different things from rifles to missile launchers and everything in between. There's, well, we know there's not enough.